What up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, what's going on? What's good, what's good? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to April MC in the building with your sexy ass. Shout out to Just K, APAD, Unique 79 in the building. What's going on, bro? Elroy Jetson, Raymond, what's good? What's poppin'? AT, Iceberg S, Lewis, the Alpha, Fluffy's in the building, Tim Reed, Art, Antoine, what's going on? So today's show is going to be very interesting. I'm gonna try not to be here too long, but what I'm gonna do is I'm responding to my dude Mediocre Tutorial and Reviews video. He just put a video out earlier where he was talking to this lady about rotations and stuff like that. So I wanted to ask the question, like, should men have a rotation, right? Shout out Usher, what's going on? Brandon S was good. And also I'm going to be talking about a subscriber email, the email that a subscriber sent me. And this email sort of goes along with the topic of rotations and why, you should actually have a rotation. But that's my take on that. But before I get into all of this stuff, man, let's do this.
Everybody has game. The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than two genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only two genders. Only two genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Cujo, you'd be 6'8", have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust, they just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo-boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
All right, we back. Yeah, so let's get into this, man. Let me pull up this video real quick. This is a short video. I'm actually starting it sort of in the, I guess, like not the middle, but not all the way at the beginning. It's about maybe 6 minutes, 7 minutes or whatever. Let me pull the screen up a little bit. You feel me? So this lady, she calls in or hits him up, and they're talking about, having a rotation and stuff, right? And so what I believe is that a man or men in general definitely should have rotation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this and I'm going to probably stop in between. But after that, I'm going to, talk about some of the stuff that's being said in this video. But before I'm gonna play it, and let me get a 1 in the chat if you guys could hear this audio.
Was that it was about the rotation. And my question really is coming from a very genuine place.
All right, let me know. Can you guys hear that? Put a 1 in the chat real quick. Let me know if you guys can hear it or if there's any echo or whatever. Let me know if you guys can hear that shit really quick. All right, we got 1, 1, 1. All right, cool. So let's continue.
Because I have a 12-year-old daughter. You know, I married at 22. You know, and my question is, if we're telling men have a rotation, spin plates, and all that kind of thing, yet we're looking for women with low body counts, how do those two, how do they merge? If we're talking about as a community, this is what we're saying. Guys, spin plates. Women, you know, obviously these guys want to spin plates with you, but you need to have a low body count in order for somebody to consider you, you know, worthy of commitment, etc. My question is, what do we teach our daughters? What do we tell them?
Yeah. So again, I don't talk about rotations, and anybody that's down to the chat, if you find anything on my channel that has anything about rotations, I generally don't talk about that. What I always talk about is build yourself first, understand your intentionality as a man, understand what you want the fruits of your labor, or what are the things to be written on your obituary as you get older. But I also, so within that, there's also a time, because one of the biggest things that take men away from their purpose is women. And I think like so many of them get so focused in chasing in on them that they don't also focus in on what is their purpose in life. Or
hold on, let me pause it right there. So y'all funny in the chat. Y'all talking about spinning plates. Hilarious. If Steve was here, he'd probably lose his mind and shit. But look, here's the thing. So basically what she was saying at first, she was saying, you know, I don't understand how these guys are talking about having a rotation, doing all this other stuff, but at the same time, they want women with low body counts, right? Now, I actually agree with her on that point. I've made that point plenty of times where you have a lot of guys in the spaces where they'll be going in on women who have high body counts, but at the same time, they're telling guys to hook up with a bunch of girls, have a rotation and stuff like that. See, when I tell you guys to have a rotation, I'm at the same time not telling you or telling women or telling people, oh, well, if a woman has a high body count, that's crazy. No, it just doesn't make sense to be a person telling someone to, you know, have a rotation, telling men to have a rotation, but then at the same time expect women to have low body counts. You feel what I'm saying? So that's a contradiction if somebody is saying that. Now, the thing is, and you know, when they say spinning plates, I think that's more like PUA talk as far as like means, you know, having different girls, whatever it is like that. But what MTR was basically saying, he's like, you know, focus on your purpose, right? But he's saying that a lot of guys, they actually, you know, get off of their purpose, whatever that's supposed to be, because they're chasing women or women get them off their purpose. Now, this is the funny part. It's easier for you. Let's say your purpose, let's give someone like a purpose. Let's just say your purpose is making art, right? Like you're a visual artist, you make paintings, drawings, you do like fucking some sort of stuff with like clay and whatever, right? So that's your purpose, is to be this visual artist who makes art, right? Now, if you're the type of guy who has a hard time getting women, right? What's going to happen is that if you do at some point get a girl that's trying to fuck with you, or somehow you luck upon some chick, you're going to take all your focus off of your quote unquote purpose, right? Because what happens is that you are so focused on the girl because you don't have a lot of experience with women. So because you don't have a lot of experience with women, right, you're going to make it all about the girl. See, the almost like weird part about this is that you'll actually focus more on your purpose and the things that you're trying to do if you have women. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you have women and you're dealing with women, that means the women part of your life is taken care of. You understand? So if you're the type of guy that's like, you know, I'm going to just push women away and focus on these things, right? Yeah, you can do those things. But what's going to happen is you're going to be less effective because you're going to be thinking about women. You're thinking about women because you don't have any women and you're not involving yourself in women. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is in life, it has to be like a balance in the situation. And if there's not a balance, then there's an imbalance. And then that's the thing that's going to make you the least effective. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's funny because a lot of dudes is like, well, I want to focus on getting my money and all this other stuff, and I'm not dealing with chicks. You'll actually get more money dealing with women. That's the funny part. You guys don't understand. You will actually get more money dealing with women, because if you're not dealing with any women and you're trying to get money, what's going to happen is that the portion of you, or the energy within you that wants a woman, is going to always be nagging you. It's going to be distracting you because you don't have women. You're not fucking with any women. But let's say you messing with one or two girls and you want to get, you know, some sex, and then you hook up with those one or two girls maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks or whatever. What happens is that because you're getting sex, your sexual needs are met, and therefore it's easier for you to focus on other things. When your sexual needs are not met, it's harder for you to focus on other things. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what you got to understand. But let's continue real quick on what's being said here.
At least trying different things in order to figure out what their purpose is. And it's the constant question that I get from men is like, I don't know what, I don't have any type of push. I don't care. And then I often go through with them and I'm just like, okay, well, how much time in a week are you focused on figuring it out? You know what I'm saying? And I kind of go down the laundry list of like what that means. So, but you know, I talk about often on the channel, I talk about this way more often than I talk about, oh, I got so many baddies that's in the stable and stuff like that. Is that I said, I think that it's not healthy for men to have all of these different bodies as what's purported as being masculine to them, because I think that it hurts men as well. But I think that it hurts women more. Like, let's be clear about that. I think a dude that has 20 bodies versus a lady that has 20 bodies, those are very different things. And especially in the dating marketplace and how to conceptualize whether or not it raises or lowers their value to the opposite sex.
100%.
I'm gonna pause it right there. So he was, and this is the part I disagree with. I always wonder, what is it about sex that's unhealthy? Like, think about this. Whenever we talk about sex or having a lot of sex, it's always looked at as some sort of detriment, as some sort of negative aspect of it, right? Now, if you're having a lot of, you know, unprotected sex, if you're being reckless with sex, then yes, there are a lot of crazy shit that could go down. You understand what I'm saying? But that's with anything. If you're doing anything reckless, crazy shit can go down, right? But he was saying if a guy has 20 bodies and a woman has 20 bodies, that's unhealthy. Why is that unhealthy? If you are a human being and it's natural for you to have sex and you're having sex, why is it unhealthy? You understand? I'm just wondering. Like, I never understand where this unhealthy, you know, part of it comes from, or this like negativity comes from when people are grown adults enjoying having sex. You understand? Like, what is that actually doing? Because listen, I've been having sex since I was 16. I'm 40 years old now. You understand? I've had sex with hundreds of women. I'm good. You understand what I'm saying? I'm good. You understand? I have friends, family that's done the same thing. They're good. Like, there's never been an issue as far as, you know, sex destroying anybody's life that I know. You understand what I'm saying? Or that I've seen, when they're doing it in a responsible way. You understand what I'm saying? I just want to point that out because I just think it's interesting. Like, I really want to know, like, where's the unhealthy thing? And so what he was saying is that, does this lower the value of you in the person's eyes? I'm guessing that he said that. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't want to misquote. Let me back it up a little bit just to see what exactly what he said. I'm gonna play this real quick. Hold on.
That has 20 bodies. Those are very different things, and especially in the dating marketplace, and how to conceptualize whether or not it raises or lowers their value to the opposite sex.
100%. And actually,
so does that answer your?
So he was saying if it raises or lowers their values to the opposite sex, right? Now, again, I'm like, what is that? I just don't understand what that has to do with anything. Like, if I'm doing my thing, right, and I'm talking to a woman and she feels like, my value is higher or lower, or a woman is dealing with a guy and he feels like her value is higher or lower based off the sex, right? Then if the person feels their lower value because of that, then that just might not be the person they want to be with. You understand what I'm saying? You said, I think that MTR was referring to that is unhealthy if you are sex focused. What is the thing? I understand that point. The thing is this, because I did a video maybe months ago where I was talking about sexual discipline, right? And the thing is, a lot of times people talk about sexual discipline and they think that if you're having a lot of sex, that means you're undisciplined. No, that doesn't mean that. If you're having a lot of sex and you can control the sex you're having and you're consciously doing it, you don't need discipline because you're consciously doing it. But if you're having sex and you feel like you're out of control, you understand? Then you need discipline, right? But the thing is that it's not about just being sex focused. It's about being focused on life, period, though. Because remember, there's a balance in life. So if I'm having sex or, in a situation where I'm going to go and have sex or get sex, then I am focused on sex at that moment. If I'm going to, the movies and watching a movie, I'm focused on the movies at that moment. If I'm eating food, I'm focused on eating food at that moment. If I'm playing a video game, I'm focused on playing a video game at this moment. At this moment, I'm focused on doing the live stream, right? So I'm not having sex right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused on this thing that I'm doing. You understand? No internet said women is emotionally attached themselves by having sex. Some of them get depressed in the long run. It shouldn't matter to us as individual men if we have the alpha part locked down, but not every man is an alpha. Well, this is the thing. Women don't emotionally attach to every dude they're having sex with. You understand what I'm saying? See, I got to go out there and have more sex. Some women can have sex with you and be done with you. You understand what I'm saying? They can have sex with you and be done with you, but you're the one who's attached, and then you start sounding like this.
I don't know what to do.
It's gonna be out.
Oh my God, Facebook, help me. I can't believe this shit.
That's how dudes be sounding.
All these months I've been dealing with her, and I just thought she was official. She lied to me.
I'm saying, that's how niggas gonna be sounding out here. All right, so let's continue this clip though, because MTR is going to say something at the end of the clip that is very important that I want to point out, right? But let's continue.
Your question?
Yeah, no, it does. I think, obviously I think your people know what you, because a lot of people are asking, what's a rotation? So clearly they haven't got that idea from you. So forgive me if I got the wrong end of the stick.
No problem.
I think that, one of the things that I like about your channel, and one of the reasons why I would recommend it to my sons who are 18 and 15, is that sense of be on your purpose, because that is what makes you the best version of yourself as a man. And when you're the best version of yourself as a man, you have the pick of everybody, basically. The women want to be with you. And that's something I tell my sons is that, you commit to a woman who wants you.
Let me pause it right there. You know what's funny? A lot of times when guys say be the best version of themselves, right? Most of them aren't being the best versions of themselves. You know why? Because they ain't got no fucking game. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be the best version of yourself if your game is weak. Because if your game is weak, then you're not the best version of yourself because part of yourself is weak. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times when guys, because she said, if you be the best version of yourself, you're going to have your pick of the women. Not if your game is weak, you're not. You understand what I'm saying? If your game, like you could be the best version of yourself at work, the best version of yourself at the gym, the best version of yourself as the brother or son of your family. You understand what I'm saying? You could be the best version of yourself at your your chess club team, all that other shit. But the thing is, you also need to be the best version of yourself when it comes to dealing with women. And see, this is what MTR is going to say in a second. So let's continue this real quick.
Who is into you, who loves you, who is for you. Because these girls out here who are like, what can you give me? What can you bring to me? Like, what can you do for me? And they're comparing you with all the other guys on their list. That's not the girl for you. So I told them, don't be bringing a girl like that home to me because we're going to have words. So,
listen, go ahead. Talk to her, mama. Talk to her.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. And let me just clarify something real quick. Is that I still think, though, as they're on their purpose, they have to over-index on their purpose. However, they can't also expect to get done with accomplishing the foundation of their purpose or the foundation of their financial background or in education, and then expect to walk out into the dating world and then be educated. So I don't push a rotation. I talk about intentionality with purpose, but then still date on the side, but not make it be your main fixture, your main focus, because along with understanding your purpose, you also got to understand the type of women that you like and are into, right, within it as well. So, but I focus on over-indexing on purpose.
Yeah, I love it. Okay,
makes sense.
Keep up the good work. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
So let me take this off real quick. Okay. Boom. Let me take that off. All right. So see, he said it at the end. Basically, at the end, he said, listen, okay, I'm focusing on that purpose stuff, but they still need to get their dating skills up. You understand what I'm saying? They still need to get the dating skills up. They still need to learn how to date. You understand? But see, this is the issue, though, is that he's saying, well, I don't promote the rotation, but the dating is actually the gateway to the rotation. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the gateway to the rotation. You understand what I'm saying? So basically he's saying date on the side. Dating on the side is you creating a situation for rotation. You understand? Because that's what dating is. Dating is you're rotating different women. You understand what I'm saying? So so basically he's saying I'm not really necessarily promoting. I see that he's saying he wants to promote more of, he's like, well, focus more on the purpose and all that other stuff, right? Which is good, which is cool. You can focus on that, but you still have to focus on dealing and interacting with women if you want that part of your life to be handled, right? But if you're focusing on that part of your life, that means that you are in a situation where rotations are more likely to occur. Because see, this is the thing. You don't necessarily have to have a rotation of women, right? You can get with, like, let's say you're like, I'm gonna get with this one girl or try to get with this one girl. You get with this one girl. That could be the only girl you ever been with in your entire life. And you can get married to that woman and that'll be your wife. Now, I personally think that's the stupidest shit you can ever do. Like, if you're the type of guy who marries the first woman who will have you, you understand what I'm saying? I think that's the most ridiculous thing you could ever do. You understand? That's just my opinion, right? But you can do that. But see, the point of having the rotation, right? Is because a rotation, what it does is that it teaches you as a man to understand yourself and what you want. You understand? It teaches you to understand yourself as a man and understand exactly what you want when you're dealing with women. Because what happens is that when you don't have a rotation, or when you're not dealing in a situation of having a rotation, right? You just take the first thing that you can get. You understand? You take the first woman that will have you. And this may not necessarily be the type of woman that you want. And then also what happens is that your dating life or your perspective on dealing with women is that one girl. You understand? It's that one chick. And so what happens is that if this chick is fucking ridiculous or she's a bitch or she's insane or whatever, you just sort of take that because that's your experience with women. This is your reality when dealing with women. But when you have a rotation, the rotation teaches you that there's different types of women out there. The rotation teaches you, oh, I like this type of girl. I don't like that type of girl. I like this type of girl. That girl over there, she's on some bullshit. Well, this girl over here is fucking amazing. You understand? See, you said what are the pros and cons of having a rotation? The pros are you learn about yourself, learn about the girls you like, and then therefore, if you're going to pick one girl to be with, you are in a better position to pick correctly. You understand? So a lot of guys are with women that they don't even want to be with. You understand? And they're with these women because they just chose them because they didn't have the due diligence to have a rotation at first to test out a few women to see what they like and what they don't like and pick the best version of the chick that they want, and then to train that girl to be the type of woman that he is going to have as a long-term situation. You understand? So, you know, the cons is that if you don't have time management, that shit is going to be terrible. The cons are if you don't have game, right? Your rotation is going to be running you instead of you running the rotation. You understand? Meaning that these chicks are going to pull you every which way. See, James Dormady said rotations are a pain in the ass. Listen, they're a pain in the ass if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't know how to deal with women, yeah, they'll be a pain in the ass. You understand? So what you got to understand is that the rotation helps you figure out what you like, what you don't like. So if you want one girl, right? Even if you want one girl, you're like, well, Locario, I'm not a player. I just want one girl. Okay. Well, do you want the right chick though? And how are you going to know what the right chick is unless you experience? See, you can't understand what the right chick is for you by looking on the outside. You have to be in the situation. You understand? You got to be in the situation. It's like this. It's like if I took you to a buffet and it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, right? And somebody says, listen, there's all these types of food here. Right? But we're going to go on a trip in a few weeks. Now, you got to tell me the best food here that you like so that when we go on the trip, that's the only food you're going to be able to eat because we're going to get more of what the fuck you like. You understand? So now at that buffet, you're going to have to try out different fucking food, correct? You're gonna be like, oh, I like this, I don't like that. This shit tastes nasty, this shit tastes good. Oh, this one right here is my favorite. You wouldn't have known that by just looking at the food. You gotta taste the shit. You gotta interact in that situation to see what you really like. It's the same thing with dealing with women. The rotation is the thing that makes you choose better because you know better, because you know yourself through the experience of dealing with multiple women. Shout out to my dude, Sir Ism, in the chat. What's going on, fam? What's good? What's good? What's good? I gotta start doing some more joint broadcasts with dudes with some real game out here, like Sirism. You feel me? I gotta start doing that. We gotta start getting more of the dudes out here that got the game to get together and just give you out that heat. You feel me? But this is the thing. The rotation helps you learn about yourself. It helps you learn about the types of women that you want, so that when you do get into a relationship, you're better equipped. Because see, the thing is this: it's good to have. You should be on your purpose and doing the things that you feel you need to do in life, right? But what happens is that if you're doing all that, but you don't have the skill or the know-how or the understanding of game when it comes to dealing with women, you'll just choose whoever will have you. And then usually what will happen is that you'll settle for what you can get, right? You'll settle for a chick that's okay. You're not really that attracted to her probably. And if you are that attracted to her, but she's an asshole, you're just going to settle for that. This is why you have a lot of guys who have a lot of money, a lot of influence, who's successful, who's doing their thing. But when it comes to their relationships and their dating life, it's shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's shit. Because look at someone like Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein looked like he was on his purpose like a motherfucker, didn't it? I mean, wasn't the company named after him or some shit, right? Nigga was rich, all this other stuff. He was on his purpose, right? If that was his purpose to be in that position that he's at, let's say that's his, that's his purpose. We don't know for sure. His purpose could have been some other shit. Who knows? But he was doing that thing, right? He was on his purpose like a motherfucker, but because he didn't have the skill and the know-how to attract women, this nigga's fucked up in the game. You understand? And this is why guys be fucked up in the game, because they don't understand how to actually navigate when they're dealing with women. And see, when it comes to a rotation, it's really you being involved with the girls. It's not like, see, I'm going to tell you what's a rotation. I'm going to tell you what's not a rotation. A rotation is a group of women that you are sexually involved with. You understand what I'm saying? That's a rotation, right? If you're hooking up with one girl, but you're like talking to 2 or 3 girls, but you haven't fucked them yet, that's not a rotation. You're just fucking one girl and you're talking to a few girls here and there, but nothing else is happening. You understand? A rotation is the women that you're sexually involved with. You understand? So just to give it some perspective, like you don't have a rotation of girls if you're just talking to a bunch of girls on Instagram or some shit. That's not a rotation. Rotation is girls who are interested in you sexually and are having sex with you. You understand? And you're being consistent in some form or fashion with those women. James said guys can't handle rotations. They catch feelings. That's true. Some dudes, they be catching feelings. You understand? They be catching feelings. Norman said a rotation is to weed out the wrong females that aren't on shit and choose the right ones that fit what you want in a woman that's comfortable to be with. Facts. That's the point of the rotation. That's what I'm saying now. With that being said, what I want to do is that I want to read an email from a subscriber, right? I'm gonna read an email from a subscriber. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post the email up on the screen. You're not gonna see his name or anything. I just screenshotted the email. So we're gonna read this, and then I'm going to give my take on this. And what's funny is that this is this actually goes with what we're talking about rotations and shit. But let's read this real quick. So this is from a subscriber. Remember, guys, if you want your questions to be answered, make sure that you click the links below, send me a donation, and I will read your email do your email within 24 hours of the email. You feel me? So this one says, I've been seeing this girl for about 3 months, and I know I fucked up the situation by sleeping over and us having multiple dates and stuff because I did like her. But the issue now is that last week of us seeing each other, she found text of me texting other females, got mad and upset about it. I never said to her that she was the only one I was seeing, although she did say I gave her the impression that she was. She acted some type of way and threatened to break my car glasses, and she poured coffee by mistake on my car that same night when I tried leaving in the heat of the conversation. I tried breaking things up with her and letting her know that I want to still see other people while I see her, but she cried and said that she can't do that and it's not what she's used to. I tried breaking up with her like 3 times and she said I hurt her and that I should promise not to again. I know I'm fucking up as this is just in the space of 3 months. I'm not too crazy about her like that. Although she looks nice and has been supportive in terms of cooking and supporting my music career. Well, let me take off this thing right here. And it says, what do I do in this situation? Thanks. All right, man, hold on. Let me take this off. Hold on. Guys. You see? Do you guys see what I'm talking about here? Do you see the craziness of what's going on here? Now, let's break this down a little bit to show you where he fucked up. He said, I fucked up the situation by sleeping over and us having multiple dates and stuff because I did like her, right? And he said he's only been seeing her for 3 months, right? Then later on down, he says that although I didn't tell her she was the only one, I gave her the impression that she was, right? Why do you think she got the impression that she was the only one? It's because it's only been 3 months and he's been sleeping over, you know, cuddling, probably taking her out to a bunch of dinners and all this fancy shit, right? And then so she finds out that he's talking to other girls, and then she goes apeshit and gets upset, right? And he said, you know, she acted some type of way and threatened to break my car glass and poured coffee by mistake and blah, blah, blah. He said, I tried breaking things up with her and letting her know that I want to still see other people. And she said, she cried and says she can't do that. See, this is the funny part. He says, I wanted to break up with her. How are you going to break up with someone who you're not even with? How do you break up with a girl who's not your girlfriend? But see, the problem is that he was giving her boyfriend energy, so she assumed or felt as if she was his girlfriend, which is causing her to act the way she's acting, because now they sound like a couple that's been together for years, and she just found out that he cheated on her. You understand? They sound like they've been together for years. She's crying, threatening to break his car windows, talking about, I don't like this, you're hurting me, all this other stuff. And see, the problem was that he was doing all this extravagant shit with her, right? Made her feel like he was her boyfriend. And then she started wilding out. Let me tell you guys something. I said this a million fucking times, guys. When you're dealing with women, right? And you're first fucking with them, you cannot do too much shit too soon. First of all, he should not be spending the night. What are you spending the night with a woman you've been fucking with for 3 months? No woman should be spending a night at your house, and you should have no woman spend a night at your house until she's your girlfriend. And she should not be your girlfriend until you've been with her for at least a year or a year and a half. You understand what I'm saying? See, all he should have been doing in these 3 months was fucking her. That's it. That's it. He should have met up with her maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. Come through to her crib or tell her to come through to your crib. Smash, and then be like, all right, I'll see you later. And then you see her again, have sex with her. All right, cool, I'll see you later. That's it. This guy, he's he was sleeping over the girl's house, probably cuddling with her, pillow talking with her, telling her how much he feels about her and all this other shit. Right? So then the chick's catching all these feelings. And then she finds out he's talking to some other girls, right? And then she feels entitled to, like him. See, this is the thing. You don't actually even have to tell a chick about certain things. You know why? You don't have to say anything about the relationship. You know why? Because your actions will tell her what the fuck the relationship is about. You understand? If I meet a girl, right? Let's say I meet a girl off of Tinder. Right? I meet a girl off of Tinder. We go get some drinks, right? And then let's say I smash that night. And then let's say a week and a half, damn near 2 weeks pass, and let's say she hits me up, right? Let's say she hits me up 4 or 5 days after I hit it, off that first date. She hits me up. She's like, good morning. How are you? Right? And then I don't respond to her for like a few hours because I'm busy doing whatever the fuck I'm doing. And I respond to her maybe 3-4 hours. And I say, oh, hey, what's up? Listen, how you doing? I'm actually doing a lot of crazy things this morning, but I had a good time with you last time. When are you free to get together again and hook up? Right? And she says, oh, I'm free this weekend. Okay, cool. Come through to the spot this weekend, Saturday at 7:00. She says, cool, boom, that's it, right? And then let's say that's on a Tuesday. I say that to her. So now we got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, up until Saturday. So it's like 3 days before I'm gonna go see this chick. I don't call her, I don't text her, I don't do shit. You understand what I'm saying? Now, let's say she hits me up on Thursday morning. She's like, good morning. Right? I don't respond to her ass for a few hours, right? And I just respond maybe 3 or 4 hours later, oh, good morning. And then she responds, hey, how are you? And I respond, oh, I'm good. I'm actually, and mind you, I don't respond right away. I'm busy doing what I do. I respond back to her another 2 or 3 hours. Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm like really busy today because I got this to do and that to do. But I'm looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. All right? I will holler at you then. Have a good day. Now, notice what I'm doing. I met her, went on it to get drinks to feel her out a little bit. We smashed. I didn't hit her up. She hit me up. I'm not rushing to return her call. So now I'm getting her used to the fact that I'm not going to be returning your call back and forth all day. You're not going to get my time like that. And every time I'm on the phone with you, it's either to set up a date or I'm basically letting you know I got some other shit to do. And then I'm only seeing her on the day I'm about to smash. So I see her on Saturday, we fuck, right? And then she leaves. I don't cuddle with her. She don't spend the night. We don't do shit. She leaves. I don't call her until I'm ready to get some more pussy. Now, is this girl going to think that I'm her boyfriend? Am I giving off boyfriend vibes? No. So I didn't even have to say anything to her. My actions are letting her know what the deal is. You understand? My actions are letting her know what the deal is. You see what I'm saying? Now, if a chick asks you, oh, are you seeing other girls? Again, I talked about this before. You could tell her straight up, yeah, I'm seeing other girls, or be like, well, that's none of your business, whatever, right? But what happens is that your actions will tell the girl what it is. So you can let her know, yeah, I'm seeing other girls. But even if you let a girl know you're seeing other girls, your actions have to be congruent with that. Because if I'm seeing other girls and I'm doing my thing, what the fuck am I all up on you, spending the night, doing all this other extra shit with you, spending all the time with you if I'm seeing other girls? Huh? Now, what it sounds like with this dude, right? What it sounds like with this dude is he sounds like he was talking to other girls, but he wasn't fucking other girls. He wasn't actually with other girls. See, the girl he's talking about in the email, it sounded like she was the only girl that he was really with. You understand? She was the girl he was really like spending a lot of time with and energy on. And then he probably had a few girls here and he was trying to talk to and set something up, but he was only really with her, which is why he's giving her all that attention. See, guys who actually have a rotation, when you actually have a rotation, you're not sweating any one girl because you have a rotation. So your actions are telling me something. The actions of him spending all this time with this girl shows me he has no rotation. You see how it goes back to this, what I was saying earlier? See, if he had a rotation, he wouldn't be sweating this girl so much. And then since he wouldn't be sweating this girl so much, she wouldn't have got the wrong idea about him, you understand, being this involved. You understand? So what I would say to the guy that wrote the email, what I want to tell you is, what you need to do is when you start dealing with women, because you should be dealing with other women, when you start dealing with other women, right? Take the shit fucking slow as far as giving them other, giving them access to other parts of you and access to your attention. You understand? So you can hook up with them, right? But that's about it for the first 3, 4, 5 months. Just be hooking up with them. And then slowly do other things. Like, okay, slowly I'll take you out here. You go get some dinner. You understand? I'm gonna need you to do this thing and that thing for me so I can vet you to see if you can take direction. And then once a woman has shown that she's consistent after you've been vetting her for, that year and a half, she's been consistent, she's been compliant, she's been cooperative, then you can bless her with girlfriend status. And then once she's your girlfriend, then she can spend the night, or then you spend the night. You understand? That's what you do. So when you get with these girls, right, you can tell them, yo, listen, right at this point, we're just hooking up and having fun. I don't want nothing serious. And then your actions need to dictate that. Because you can't tell a girl, hey, we just hooking up and just having fun and just, keeping it casual. And then you start spending the night at the girl house. You start rubbing her feet. You start going out on a bunch of dates and doing all a bunch of extra shit. Because now what you said goes out the window. You understand? Yeah, he said, Locario, you've been telling niggas this, cats be hard-headed. Listen, bro, I've been trying to tell cats this for the longest. See, notice all the stuff that I'll be trying to tell y'all. You see how when dudes be just trying to violate the game, the shit go haywire? You understand? The shit goes crazy. But see, this is why you need a rotation, because imagine this was the only girl this guy was dating, right? Which it sounds like she is. Notice he's sort of putting up with this stuff. Notice he's putting up with this stuff. Let's see what the shit said again. Let's see what the shit said again real quick. He was saying she acted some type of way, threatened to break my car glass. She poured coffee by mistake, wink, wink. Really, it's probably, on purpose, on my car that same night when I tried leaving in the heat of the conversation. So she basically tried to pour coffee on this nigga while he tried to leave the conversation. So I tried breaking things up with her. And notice the terms he's using. I tried breaking things up. Again, he's giving her boyfriend energy. He's even using the terms of a actual relationship, talking about breaking up. Letting her know that I want to see other people while I see her. Bro, you don't listen. You don't even need to let girls know. Listen, let me tell you something. What I mean is this. You don't need to tell a girl. Like, you telling a girl I'm fucking with other women, that's just you being nice to let her know some information if you wanted to let her know that. You don't need to tell her because your actions should be telling her. Your actions. You understand? So he said, you know, I want to still see other people while seeing her, but she cried and says she can't do that and it's not what she's used to. Right? He said, I tried breaking up with her like 3 times and she said I hurt her. So he said, basically, he said he tried to break this off 3 times. And she's doing the crocodile tears. Listen, let me play y'all something real quick. Hold on. Let me play y'all something real quick. Because I'll be spitting the game in the goddamn mixtapes, people. Hold on. I'll be spitting the goddamn game in the mixtapes. Hold on. Let me try to get to the second verse of this shit. Hold on.
To be perfect.
Now, listen to the verse of this shit real quick. Hold on.
But we know they're not. Oh no, we know they're not. But we know they're not.
Listen to this
Oh
shit.
no, we know they're not. A chick will cry on cue if you fall for her tears. That's on you.
I just said a chick will cry on cue. If you fall for her tears, that's on you.
Manipulation is the name of the game. Women claim that they're sane. They're insane if you train.
Manipulation is the name of the game. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you guys are shitting the music. A chick will cry on cue. If you fall for her tears, that's on you. You understand? Let's continue with the verse.
Your chick right, she will stay in her lane. She's a pain in your ass, then your ass is to blame.
If she's a pain in your ass, it's your ass that's to blame.
If she treats you like you're a lame, that's because you're a lame. Me and you's not the same.
If she treats you like you're a lame, that's because you're a lame. You understand? She's treating you like that because that's how you're acting. Now check out this next line.
Dude said he found the perfect chick. 9 times out of 10, she's a worthless bitch.
Dude said he found the perfect chick. 9 times out of 10, she's a worthless bitch. You understand what I'm saying? I'm up here sweating like a motherfucker. Shit. Gotta put on this goddamn Jesus Christ. But this is what I'm saying. Because even in his email, hold on, I think he said in his email, he said, although she looks good, he said, although she looks nice and has been supportive in terms of cooking and supporting my music career. So he's thinking that he found the perfect chick, but 9 times out of 10, she's a worthless bitch. You understand? This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. This is why you need a rotation. You understand? This is why you need a rotation. Because you need to sift through the chicks who's on some bullshit to get to the chicks who's about something. You understand? You got to get to the chicks who's about something, which is why you got to have that rotation to sift through the chicks to see, okay, you know, I like when women do this. I don't like when women do this. I like when I told this girl to do this and listen to me, and she listened to me. The other girl didn't listen to me. You understand? So this guy in the email, he got caught up. He said he tried to break it off 3 times. Like, how do you not listen? It's easy to break it off with a chick. It's easy to break it off. All you got to do is this.
Get the fuck out of here!
That's it.
Get the fuck out of here!
Just tell her that. And then when she try to come back and she crying and shit, you understand? You just be like this.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
You understand? Just tell her to kick rocks. See, but what happened was because he didn't have a rotation, he was invested in this woman. You understand? And the investment made it hard for him to leave, which is why he tried 3 times. You understand? He said, I tried to leave. Like she had this nigga held hostage. He was fucking, you know, in chains and shit. You understand? So I'm telling you, man, don't get caught up with those tears and her crying and doing all that bullshit. See, let me tell you guys something. And me and Miles actually talked about this on the Bad Boy show earlier, right? And I'll put a clip out of it later. But we talked about how the reason why women start acting up and acting crazy and having an attitude and feeling entitled is because you've given them a platform to feel as if they're entitled to do that. He made her feel as if they were in a relationship. He made her feel as if they were together, like boyfriend and girlfriend. He created a situation where she felt comfortable enough to respond to him that way because of how he was coming at her. You understand? He created the situation to where she felt how she felt, and she's coming at him that way. This is why I say you guys have to move slow when it comes to the non-sexual situations with women. You understand? That means you got to move slow on committed relationships. Wait a year to a year and a half. You have to vet these girls. You have to vet them. The fact that she was like, she's going to break his fucking windows, the glass on his car, and she spilled coffee on a nigga when he tried to end the conversation, that chick, she's done. She should be done. And see, what happened is the reason why she even felt like comfortable to do that type of shit was because of the way he came at her. You understand? He gave her the energy, the boyfriend energy. He gave her his attention for cheap. You understand? But yeah, that's what it is. Let me take a few calls and I'm gonna head up out of here. Let's go to 412. 412, what's popping? Who this?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Locario? This is AT calling.
AT, what's going on, my brother?
All right, chilling. You know, definitely donated for sure.
Appreciate it. So let's go with you.
All right. You know, I definitely agree with that. Like the topic of the show, having a rotation, you know, is definitely for myself, you know, especially since following you, that has benefited me greatly with doing that because of the not only having the abundance mindset where it's, you know, affected the way you interact with ladies, where you're not, you know, getting caught up on one girl, you having a different mindset, you know, in the way you move and go about things. So therefore, it, you know, affects your actions with ladies, not getting caught up, not having the one-itis, you know, all of those different terms that you hear.
Right.
And, you know, just being able to, for me, kind of put my mind at ease, kind of like what you were saying, as far as just, I'm not worried about, oh, how does this girl feel about certain things or that feel? Because it's like, okay, if it's not going the way I want to or I like, or, you know, she's feeling some type of way, it's like, okay, I can just move on and, you know, not be caught up as if I was caught up on one girl, be like, oh my God, you know, what, like this guy, what am I going to do?
Right.
You know, how's she feeling about this? How am I feeling about this? So it definitely has its benefits. And for myself, you know, it's been wonders having that rotation. And then even at times, like you said, where, you know, having sex or even not having sex, you're not concerned because it's like, okay, if it doesn't happen with this one, I'll meet somebody tomorrow.
Exactly.
Or the next day or the day after that or the day after that.
Right. That's facts. That's real shit. And I think a lot of guys, they just don't understand that the rotation is not about just oh, I got to get a bunch of girls. It's about you really learning more about yourself through the experience. That's the thing. Experience is the best teacher. We've heard that saying a million times. So how like you're going to only learn more by having those experiences. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it is.
So one question I do have though, that you talked about, like I know you say about, like you said, not sleeping over and all that kind of stuff. So I've done it both ways, where it's, just hooking up with girls is just sex, never no sleepovers. Maybe we go out for drinks when we first meet, but then we don't go out for drinks or anything else till months and months later after hooking up. But then also I've had them where it's, we're hooking up, but hey, they sleep over, maybe after like a month or 2 months, but they also know, I'm seeing other women because it'll be that initial conversation. Yes, I'm seeing others. If you're cool with that, cool. If you're not, hey, I understand if you want to go your separate ways. So for the most part, even when girls have slept over, and it's not often, but one or two that you might like more than others have, it's been cool. So what's your thoughts on that even though I've done that, that it's been okay because they knew I was seeing others, they were doing their thing too, and it really hasn't been an issue?
Well, this is the thing. You got to understand that, like, whenever you give a woman more attention, right? And the sleeping over is more attention. Anything extra you're giving a woman outside of dick, you understand what I'm saying, is more attention. So when I even tell guys, you go on that first date, get a drink or whatever, all the first date to get a drink is just, it's almost like, it's a thing to sort of solidify a situation, to say, if I do like this girl, I actually may want it to go somewhere. So the first date is for that, just in case. Because there's going to be girls who be like, this chick's kind of whack, I'm going to just call it a day with her. But the thing is, the first date is to solidify that there most likely might be more shit going on a consistent basis if I like her. Because a lot of times, if you just tell a girl to come through to the crib, like I was saying on the other show, in a lot of those cases, you might just hit but never see her again because it was just a random quick hookup and she didn't feel any type of vibe that it's going to go anywhere besides just this hookup or whatever, the sex. Now, with that being said, though, what happens is that anything else outside of that, like after you have that one date and you start hooking up with her, once you start hooking up with her and just giving her dick, anything else extra that you're doing, a lot of times, what it does is that it makes the woman feel a little bit more like she has more leeway with you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, think about it this way, right? Let's say, for example, like, in a situation where, let's say you got one of your homeboys, right? And you go over his crib and y'all chilling or whatever. And then so you go to his crib and you sit on his couch and you kick your feet up and you pull the video game out, you start playing the video games, y'all just chilling and kicking it, right? Now, the reason why you feel like you could walk in and kick your feet up and play the video games is that's your boy. You've been with him for a minute, y'all been kicking it for a while, y'all good friends, whatever, you known him for a few years, so you feel comfortable enough to do that. Now, let's say you go back to your boy's house next week, but you bring a friend with you, but your boy don't know your friend and your friend don't know your boy. So he's not going to feel comfortable enough to just sit down, kick his feet up, go in the fridge and do whatever the fuck he trying to do, because he don't know him and your friend don't know him. You understand what I'm saying? Like, your friend don't know him and he don't know your friend. And so what happens is that the more things you do with a person and the more investment that there is, the more the other person's gonna feel okay with doing more shit. So the reason why you feel okay with kicking your feet up at your boy's house is because y'all already invested a lot of time and energy doing other things and hanging out to where you feel comfortable enough to do that and he feels okay with you doing that. So I bring this to the women. Whenever you do something else a little bit outside of it, right? She's probably gonna do a little bit, like, for example, it might not even be that crazy, but it'll be subtle just because you told her that she could spend a night. So for example, before, if you was just giving her dick and then saying, all right, that was fun, I'll holler at you later, and you kick her out, nicely though, of course. Before, she would just, when you would hit her up and say, hey, come through, she would just come through, no questions asked, right? Now that she spent the night, right? There's probably going to be one time, if it hasn't happened yet, it probably happened at some point, you're gonna tell her, hey, I gotta get up early, so you gotta go, whatever. She's gonna be like, but why can't I just spend the night though? Right? So now she's already giving you pushback on why can't she spend the night. The reason why she's saying that is because she spent the night before. So she feels comfortable enough to ask you, why can't she spend the night right now? And now you got to have a conversation about why she can't spend it. You understand what I'm saying? Or it could be anything else. It could be where you text her or something, or let's say she texts you and you didn't text her back for like 2 hours because you was doing some shit. And then you hit her up and you say, hey, what's up? And she's gonna be like, yo, what took you so long? Why you ain't texting me back? And you're looking at her like, why this shit tripping? The reason why she's asking you that or feeling comfortable to do that is because you gave her more leeway. You told her, hey, you could spend a night. So now she feels comfortable enough to do extra shit with you, meaning to come out of her mouth and even ask you that question. Why you ain't text me quickly enough? That type of stuff comes at some point because of the situation you have the girl in. You see what I'm saying? This is why I tell guys a lot of times you got to be careful about the attention and the things that you're doing and giving the girl, because that emboldens her to feel comfortable enough to start to feel entitled to more of your time, energy, and attention. So even though those girls that you spent the night with, even though they may not have done anything yet, there might be a time where they will, because you've already allowed them to spend the night. Do you see what I'm saying? So,
oh no, I definitely understand what you're saying in that, right?
Because
they feel that, oh, I spent the night, so he must like me more than the others.
Exactly,
so
right. Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, she's gonna feel as if she's more relevant in your life. You understand what I'm saying? She's gonna feel like it's like anything else. Like if you, it's like anything. Like when you exchange some sort of like type of energy with a person, you start, it's just like networking. Like when you know somebody, now you feel more comfortable to like ask them for a favor or something. You understand what I'm saying? Or hit them up and say certain things because y'all already done been through something. You might have like networked with this guy, worked with him on a project or some shit. And now, so because you know him, you feel comfortable enough to ask him to do something else versus somebody you don't know or somebody that just kind of, y'all ain't really cool like that. So you might not necessarily go all out and really ask them. You feel what I'm saying? So same thing with women. They start to feel like you cool with them like that. You understand? They start to feel like they like they part of your team now and all this other shit. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing you got to be careful of. So you got to get it to a point where you tell them that it's okay to do these things or that stuff, or you're giving them more things once they've earned it. So now they feel like, oh, this is awesome. Like it took this long to get to this point. I earned this spot. So now when she's even asking you questions or saying a bunch of weird ass shit or coming at you a certain way, at that point, she's in a different position to even say that. So now at that point, it makes sense for her to ask you those questions. You understand? At that point, it makes sense for her to be like, damn, how come you ain't call me back? And it's been like 2 hours. Now, it might still be annoying that she's asking that. You feel what I'm saying? But it makes sense. Do you understand? Because we're at that stage in our situation. You see what I mean?
Right. And I definitely get that. So the only question I have, could that be used as part of the vetting process to where it's like, okay, yeah, you're kicking it with a couple of girls, but you're like, I kind of like her more. So she stays the night a few times, hasn't done that yet. But then when it gets to that point, could that be a thing of how does she handle the fact that, okay, she stayed the night, but she still knows I'm seeing others. Could that be used in the vetting process as a part of, a test itself, or is that just an, unnecessary thing?
Right. No, this is the thing what you want to do. And I'm glad you asked that question. See, the thing as far as the vetting process is concerned is that there can't necessarily be any luxuries for her. Her spending the night is like a luxury. It's like, oh shit, I get to chill here. I get to be in this space. This is awesome, right? You want to stay away from that. What you want to do is that when you're vetting her, she needs to be like, you ever see those college movies where the niggas be pledging and shit, and they gotta get their ass whooped and fucking eat a fucking a fucking fish out the fish bowl and clean the toilets and shit. That's all that she needs to be doing. You understand what I'm saying? Like the vetting process needs to be a grind for her, not anything where she's like getting any type of luxury, because once she grinds through it, then she gets the luxury of kicking back and spending the night with me. Do you see what I'm saying? So her spending the night is like you don't give her the luxury and then try to see how she acts or responds to the luxury, because she's supposed to have earned that spot. Her spending the night is earning the spot. You understand? Because that's her being comfortable. You see what I'm saying? You want her to. It's just like in karate, like you get your ass whooped and then you get the black belt. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna give you the black belt just because and then see how you feel about the black belt. No, you get the black belt once you get your ass whooped. You go through that crazy shit. So she needs to, go through the grind, and then she gets those other shows. So her spending the night, her getting presents and gifts, her going to expensive restaurants, her, getting a lot of time and attention on the phone, on phone calls, all those things that are luxuries and privileges to the girl is after she's been through the fucking mud. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Right.
You see what I mean? And then that's how you vet them. And so you basically you put them through training camp. Then once they finish training camp, it's like, congratulations, you're my girl now. And now you can get all this fucking awesome shit. But until then, she don't get the awesome shit. You see what I'm saying? Because she's not going to respect it, or she's not going to act right if she gets it too early. She needs to get it after that long, grueling process of the blood, sweat, and tears. And then what happens is that now that she gets it, she feels she earned it. She doesn't take it for granted. She's already attached to you. And that's how you get a long-lasting, cooperative chick, because she's been through the fucking ringer. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, got you
Right.
on that. There definitely hasn't been any gifts or expensive restaurants or anything like that.
Right.
Just, a few times staying over here there. So with that being said, do I walk it back then of no more overnights until such time and, it's been earned, or how do you go about that since it's already been done?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you just don't tell her she can't spend the night no more. I mean, the hard part about that is that you might get some pushback because you've already told her she could. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I would say is, definitely be on some look. That's not going to happen, for a while until we at a certain stage. You understand? Now, if she's an on-point chick and she's cool, she'll just take that. You understand? But if she start acting wild, if she start wilding out, then that already shows you she on some shit. But the problem is that it's the hard part with women. And me and Miles talked about this on the show, and we're gonna put up a clip later about this. Is women don't like to go backwards. Women will give you attitude and frustration and stress going backward. You understand? Because their emotions are tied to the events and the situations. So whatever event or situation you experience with her and her emotion is tied to that, you can't go backwards. This is why I tell guys you got to move slow. Because if, let's say, for example, you take a girl to an expensive restaurant for like your first, second date or whatever, and then on the third or fourth time you're hanging out and you take her to McDonald's, it's a fucking wrap. She's gonna be looking at you like, McDonald's? Like, didn't we just go to Ruth Chris? Like, why are we going to McDonald's? Like, you understand? Because now her level is Ruth Chris, because that's where you first took her. You understand? You started out too high. You understand what I'm saying? So she don't want to go back. So now this is why it's hard to go from, oh yeah, you spending the night in my house, to you can't spend the night in my house. You understand what I'm saying? Now, again, it can happen, but it's harder. That's all I'm saying. That's why I say don't do it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because it's supposed to be all uphill,
but
right?
Then I feel like, but I feel like then that kind of plays into the title of the show, have a rotation, because even if she gets upset or gets pushback, it's like, okay, if that's how you feel, fine. You don't have to, or you don't want to see him anymore. Okay, I'll be okay, because I'm seeing others as well.
Right. Not as facts, and that's exactly why you need that rotation, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can just keep that shit pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Well, definitely, man. As always, I definitely appreciate the information. It's definitely always helped me a lot and going in the right direction. So I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, my brother. I'm holla. All right. Peace. All right. So last call, 703. Then we're gonna head up out of here. 703. What's popping? Who this?
Hey, it's Manny. I'm coming from Washington, D.C. area.
What up, my brother? Did you donate?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. That's what's up, brother. Appreciate it. What's going on?
You know, I'm trying to reach out on some shit where, like, hear me out. I started the Bad Boy membership. I'm going through the videos and shit, like I discussed. You know, I'm peeping game and applying it to real life, and it's just like I feel like I be having like small hiccups about shit, but like nevertheless it's like I feel like it's the numbers game and repetition to see where I can make shit more smooth and identify with myself. But my thing is how about if you don't have a rotation going on, you know? Someone like me, I don't have chicks in my rotation. And whole time it just feels like it's like I'm not playing desperate. It's like, but I do want something popping off. You know what I'm saying? And it's like not in the back of my mind, but like say if like I want the chick, but like it's not like a hit chick. Like it's not like I wouldn't throw smack at a hit chick. It's like, you know, especially since I ain't fuck a chick in like goddamn nearly over 9 months, you know what I'm saying? It's like some crazy shit. I'm like, you know, and I'm trying to be on some shit where I'm trying to be on fucking a chick on a regular time basis. And I'm not trying to keep my emotions tied, but I don't want to promote something where emotions might get tied in a quicker time, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, the thing is is that a rotation takes time to build. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just part of the process. The thing is though, is that when you're dealing with women, you want to have in your mind that she has to earn everything, so that when you are dealing with the women, that keeps you from being desperate or doing too much. Because sometimes what happens is usually you'll get with a girl, and let's say you don't got a rotation, you ain't fucking with no girls, you get with this one girl, she's giving you some pussy. Now, because she's the only girl giving you pussy, you start to get a little bit more attached because you're like, well, I ain't getting no pussy from nobody else. And then it's easy to get pussy from her. So then you stop trying to fuck with other girls. And then this becomes your main source of a situation. And then that creates a situation like the guy from the email earlier, where you start doing more and more shit with her, spending more and more time. And then therefore this becomes a whole nother issue. So what I would say to you is that you still just got to get out there and start talking and interacting with different women. If you're trying to smash, right? Always say, look for the girls who are fuckable and then fuck them. You understand what I'm saying? And try to make that happen. So it isn't a lot of times when guys are trying to look to girls to fuck with, you guys are looking for the perfect chick or wifey material all the time. You don't need to look for wifey material. Just look for a chick you want to fuck. You understand what I'm saying? Or look for fuckable women. And then within looking for fuckable women,
have sexual interaction with.
Right. So when you're dealing with girls who are fuckable, sometimes some of those fuckable girls become chicks who you would consider wifey. Because what happens is that when you start to interact with them and fill them out and see what they're about, you be like, damn, this chick, she cute, she kind of cool and all that, and you start to like her. You understand? So that could be a wifey type of chick, but you got to get yourself in the game by dealing with girls who are fuckable. You understand what I'm saying? And not just waiting on like the perfect 10 to come through before you make something happen. You see what I'm saying?
You see? Yeah, I get where you're coming from on that too. And this is a funny thing. It's because I gave my number to a chick in the club about 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? And things was going out. Like, I gave her my number. She hit me up out of nowhere, so I have to identify her, like let her know. I thought she was another chick. I almost ruined the whole thing, ain't gonna lie. But things was going all right. And then she's trying to play some type of card on me, saying, like, trying to make things like a relationship is cuffing season and shit. I knew what she was trying to get at, but whole time I was like, this is what I'm following through with. I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I was texting a little too much. But she was asking, I don't want shit to be clear, and I want shit to be clear so shit don't get twisted, but I know the more I open my mouth, it makes me look worse. Like, I could get pointed out for some shit that...
Well, wait, hold on. Like, but this is the thing. What do you want to happen with this woman?
I just want her to, like, just start a rotation for her, like, every now and then, like, probably, like, once a week, every other week, like, come over. You know what I'm saying? She could suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? I smack that booty, maybe take a shot or something. But she's trying to get me to know a little more. I'm like,
wait, did you hold on? Did you tell her that? Did you express to her everything you just said to me?
Pretty much.
And what did she say?
I let her know that probably in a longer way, which I know I shouldn't have done. You see that's how I keep fucking my shit.
No, I'm saying what? No, I'm saying what did she say?
Myself.
What did she say when you told her that stuff? What's her response?
She didn't respond.
So she just left you on red, and that was the last time you heard from her.
Not read is delivered, but I know she read the shit. But like, you know how that should be.
Right, but she didn't. But she didn't send you a message. She didn't send you a message.
Yeah, she didn't send me a message back after that.
All right,
she was trying to entertain some shit where she's trying to fuck.
So then that's done. So that's done then. So why? So
it's done.
So that's what I'm saying. It's done. So you just stop. You stop paying attention to her. You move on to another chick. That's it. You already told her what you're trying to do. It ain't happening, and you move on to another chick. But you say you was talking to her for 2 weeks though. Like what we got talking about for 2 weeks?
Nah. She hit me up out of nowhere after 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. So you said
I gave her my number.
Okay, so you gave her number 2 weeks.
Yeah,
she
I
hit
gave
you
her
up.
my number.
Okay.
Yeah. She hit me up out the blue yesterday at noon, and things was going well, going back and forth. And I asked him, and then I was like, I'm gonna text you back after this time. So then, and I was like, you tell, and I told her this right before this. I said, I'm gonna text you back. I'm doing something, but her and me came to a confirmation saying, I don't know what you want right now. You coming to me like you want to fucking shit, but she said I respect myself too much and shit. But you coming to me like you trying to get some dick, sending me pictures and shit. And she was like, well, I want to see how you look like and shit. I'm like,
wait, hold on, I'm confused. Like, so she said to you, you're coming at me like you want some pussy. Is that what you said?
No. She pretty much saying I'm not trying to have sex that quickly. Like I respect myself too much. That's pretty much what she said in one of those text messages.
And then what did you reply to that? What did you say?
And I told her, what are you looking for out here? You know, like you coming to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm a man.
Okay, and then you said, hold on, and then you said that, and then what did she say to that? What did she say to that?
And I was like, you know what? Let me know what you need. I'm getting my hair braided right now. I can't text. Let me know what you want. After I text you what I'm looking for, and you reply with what you're looking for.
What?
And then
I'm
after
confused.
that, now she's like in the blue.
Hold on. So you said, text me and let me know what you're looking for. Is that what you said to her?
Let me quote and say what I said real quick. Hold up.
Because I'm confused, bro. But it don't even, hold on. It don't even necessarily matter. This I'm going to tell you because I got to go in a second. When you're talking to these women, let me get you, it's going to be real simple. When you're talking to the girl, you let her know what you want to do. If she's saying anything that goes against what you're trying to do, you say, okay, cool. You have my number. When you change your mind and you're ready to make it happen, call me. And then you end the conversation. That's it. Like when a girl's saying, well, I'm not that type of girl, and I'm not trying to have sex with you, and I don't have sex that quick. Okay, cool. I respect that. Well, listen, you know what I want to do. When you're ready to do what I'm trying to do, give me a call. And then that's it. See, the thing is you're spending way more time and energy on the girl than you need to. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And so what happens
is like she's trying to run game on me, but I keep my shield up.
No, but that's what I'm saying. There's no game to run on. She can't run no game on you because you're letting her know what it is, and she has to comply with that or not. And if she doesn't, you stop talking to her. If she does, you keep talking to her and you make it happen. It's that simple. So the fact that the fact that y'all going back and forth, you're giving her more attention. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right. So all I'm saying, bro, is next time when you talk to these girls, just let them know what you want. If they're down with it, set something up. If they're not down with it, you keep it moving. And it frees up time for you to talk to other women. You see what I'm saying? Because right now, you're saying, man, I don't have a rotation, whatever. You're never going to have a rotation if you're spending a lot of time talking to girls who ain't trying to do shit. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Especially like me matching on Tinder and shit. I'm just trying to keep it straightforward and shit, introduce what I need. And then I see what you're talking about. This is a pattern that goes on with these females a lot.
Bro, I'm telling you, just let them know what you're trying to do and then make that happen.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate the call, my brother. I got to head up out of here, man. All right, so let me answer Michael Gomez real quick, and I'm going to bounce. He said, I just donated it on the Cash App. You talked about boyfriend energy earlier. Do you consider things like holding hands on dates, intro to friends and family, and passionate sex as boyfriend energy? What's the thing? You could hold a chick's hand, you understand what I'm saying? But if you introducing her to your friends and family and having all this passionate sex type, no, that's too much. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you first meet a girl and y'all flirting, you can hold her hands, y'all kissing, doing all that type of shit. But a chick should not meet your friends and family until she's a girlfriend. You understand? And all of this passionate sex and all that, nigga. You just gotta be fucking this chick. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. You see what I mean? All of that passionate sex and all that, save that for your girlfriend. You feel me? That's all it is, bro. But yo, man, listen, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I got to head up out of here. And remember, I forgot to tell you guys, we got the Mac Lives Matter t-shirts in the building. And the Game Saves Lives t-shirts in the building. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys get that. The Mac Lives Matter and the Game Saves Lives t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? Popping off. Go to Teespring on the Bad Boy store. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave actually some links at the bottom of this video. Right after I put it up. But guys, I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. Be gone.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first you're gonna have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.